皆さんこんにちは、佐藤です。Thank you for coming back to my channel. I'm Sato. Today we are going to learn this grammar. X は Y です。In Lesson 1 and Lesson 2, we learned hiragana as well, but I received some messages on my Facebook page, on YouTube comments, and some people say they already finished learning hiragana.And some people say they want to learn more hiragana and others say they want less. Everyone has different pace of studying, so I made another video for hiragana learning. I taught 10 hiragana in each lesson because I could upload lesson video only once in 2 or 3 days, but please study at your own pace.With this video. Okay, let's get this started. X は Y です。X は Y です。This is the most basic sentence structure in Japanese. X は Y です。It means X is Y, or as for X, it is Y. X は Y です。This wa is a particle. The hiragana itself is ha, but when it's used as a particle, it's read as wa. This particle wa is called topic marker. It indicates the topic of the sentence. The word before the particle wa.So X is the topic. This particle what has other functions as well. But today let's just focus on the main one, topic marker. And this is translated as to be in English. It's a polite form, and when you hear someone says blah 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 this, something 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 this, you can recognize that it's polite speech.When we pronounce, this U sound at the end is dropped. So it sounds like this, not desu, not desu. It's this. Okay, let's see some example sentences. 私は佐藤です。私は佐藤です。X is the topic. So now I'm talking about watashi. What is watashi? It means I. There are a lot of different ways to say I, but this watashi can be used by both men and women, and it's the most basic one. Sato is my name. When you look at hiragana, there are sa,to and u. But double vowels like ou tend to be a long sound when we pronounce. So it's sato, not satou. It's sato. 私は佐藤です。What does it mean? X is Y. So, I am Sato. 私は佐藤です。I'm Sato. 私, I, is a topic and also a subject in this sentence. In Japanese sentence, subjects are often omitted when it's clear. When we meet someone for the first time, first thing we do is greeting and then introducing. So it's quite obvious that we are talking about our names at the beginning.People usually just say name plus des, like Sato des, in this situation because it's clear what the subject is. Sentences without subjects are very common in Japanese. So when you tell your name, just name and add des. Sato des, Jasmine des, Philip des. In Japan, people usually use their last names only in a formal situation. In a casual situation, you can use first name only. Or if you want to tell your full name, you can do that too. We say last name first, and then first name. Last name, first name. Sato is last name, and is the most common Japanese last name. So when you visit Japan, you will meet a lot of people whose names are Sato. 私は佐藤です。I am Sato. And you can drop the subject. How about this one? 私は学生です。私は学生です。学生 is not a name. It means student. It means student. 私 is I. So this sentence means I'm a student. 私は学生です。How about this one? 田中さんは学生です。X は Y です。Same structure. And 学生 what was it? 学生 student. Tanaka is also a common last name in Japan. And what is san after the name? It's like Mr. or Miss in English. But it's not that formal all the time. For example, I have a friend, her name is Lisa, and I always call her Lisa-san. Because she's older than me and I want to show her some respect and politeness. That's why I call her Lisa-san. So even between friends, this san can be used. San can be used after either last name and first name. Don't forget to add this san after a person's name to avoid being rude. You can drop this san once you become a close friend to that person. 田中さんは学生です。So it means Mr. Tanaka is a student. Depending on the situation, Mr. sounds too formal, but there's no equivalent in English. So sometimes this san is just omitted in English translation. In some Japanese textbooks, it's written like Tanaka-san, like this in Romaji. Person は学生です means the person is a student. 学生です student. Have you ever heard of the word sensei, which means teacher? So person は先生です means that person is a teacher. 先生です Here's another one. Person は会社員です。会社員 means office worker. So this sentence means the person is an office worker. Before we move on to some practice, let's review what we've learned so far. First of all, the most basic sentence structure. X は Y です。X is Y. As for X, it is Y. And the vocabulary 私 I 私学生 student 先生 teacher 会社員 office worker 会社員First, please tell me your name. 私は佐藤です。I'm 佐藤。私は and your name and this. This is a full sentence. You can drop this part. 私は You don't need to say this because it's clear that you're talking about yourself. So just 佐藤です。It's fine. Okay, this girl, her name is Kimura Satomi. Kimura last name and Satomi first name. And she's a student. Okay, please make a sentence. Satomi is a student. How last name or first name, which one should you use? It completely depends on the situation. Like how everyone else calls her, what kind of relationship you have with her. So let's use her first name here. Okay, first you have to use this sentence structure. X wa y desu. X is a topic. So now we are gonna talk about this girl. So we have to put her name first. Satomi. And in order to show some politeness, because she's not your close friend, Satomi-san, Satomi-san. And what do you need to put after this? Particle, topic marker, wa. Satomi-san wa, Satomi-san wa. And then she's a student. Student in Japanese, how do you say? Ga, gaku, sei, gakusei. Satomi-san wa gakusei. And then don't forget to add this at the end. Desu. Satomi-san wa gakusei desu. Satomi is a student. Gakusei desu. Next one. Look at his face. He looks so nice. So his name is Yamada Mamoru. Yamada last name and Mamoru first name. And he is an office worker. Let's say he's your neighbor and you know his name and his face, but actually you've never talked to him before. So in that case, let's use his last name, Yamada, because you don't have that close relationship with him. So his name, Yamada. And what do you have to put after his name? San, to show some respect and politeness. Yamada-san. And particle wa. Yamada-san wa office worker. What is it in Japanese? Office worker. Kaishain. Kaishain. Yamada-san wa kaishain. And then at the end, you have to put desu. Yamada-san wa kaishain desu. Mr. Yamada is an office worker. Yamada-san wa kaishain desu. Okay, next one. Okada Ken. Okada Ken. He's a teacher. So this grammar again, X wa y desu. So let's use his last name here. Okada. And then san. Okada-san, to be polite to him. Okada-san wa topic marker. Okada-san is the topic of the sentence. Teacher. How do you say teacher in Japanese? Sensei. Sensei. Okada-san wa sensei desu. Okada-san wa sensei desu. A lot of Japanese learners often forget to add this desu at the end of the sentence. So don't forget to add this. If it's a casual speech, you can drop this. But if it's a polite speech, you have to put this at the end. Okada-san wa sensei desu. Mr. Okada is a teacher. And this word sensei can be put together with name. Name plus sensei. Like Okada sensei. It means like Professor Okada. Okada sensei. And the word sensei includes respect and politeness. So you can call me Sato sensei. You don't need to. You can call me, but I cannot call myself sensei because the word sensei shows some respect and politeness. I can't be polite to myself. So usually people cannot call themselves sensei. But some teachers call themselves sensei because they want their students to remember and use the word sensei. Like especially teachers teaching small children because they want to teach children to use the word sensei. And a lot of Japanese teachers call themselves sensei as well, only because they want you guys to remember and use the word sensei. Otherwise, it's weird to call themselves sensei. Because it means like, I'm your teacher, so you have to respect me. You have to be polite to me. So that's weird. So usually people use different word, which is kyoshi, means teacher. But it doesn't have any meaning like respect or politeness. So I can call myself kyoshi, but not sensei. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you for watching. ありがとうございました。